Alright guys, what's up? Here's a quick exercise that I was reminded of this week, jumping back in the saddle, that'll help you get a little bit more bite, a little bit more of that edge on your sound without having to try so hard. It'll help you cut, help you get that sizzle, use a little less energy, less chops, make your job easier. So basically, when we're playing lead trumpet, what we want to do is, not all the time, but a lot of the time, get a really hard, firm attack on the front of the note. And the reason that we want to do this is essentially because it'll turn each note into kind of like a rim shot. If you're starting the note like pop, 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 and it's really got that pop on the front, then you're not going to need to play as loud and you're going to be able to cut through the band, you'll be heard. And you're going to get that sizzle, you're going to get that feedback. So you won't feel like you need to play so loud just to hear yourself because you're going to be getting that cutting timbre on your sound. So this goes back to the UNT days, Study with Jay. He was always telling us this. If you can tongue the notes harder, you don't need to play as loud. It's not going to be as much work to play. So it was something that I got into back when I was like 18, 19. Sort of just became part of my approach. Then a few years ago, after I was doing all the embouchure change and everything, I wrote an article called I don't know, what worked in 2014 or something. And if you read that article, which I will link below, then you'll know that I was into playing super loud, super short, really, really, really hard tongued notes. And this was something that I got from watching a video of James Morrison, and this is just how he works on his articulation. But what I found from doing that was that even when my embouchure was tired, even when I didn't have the development to maintain a good set when I was playing in the upper register, I could still really just ping the notes and everything was working for me. So if you watched last week's video, you know that the LA Jazz Institute had their festival down at the airport this past weekend. So I ended up doing quite a lot of lead playing. But I haven't been doing that much lead playing recently here in town. I've been I dropped a lot of my playing commitments. I'm basically just sticking with Holman's band for now and working on some other stuff at home, just kind of jazz playing and playing in the staff, playing a little bit lower, just working on some basic technique and everything. So what I found was that it was taking me kind of a minute to remember how I sort of hit the horn, if you will, when I'm playing lead. And I was reminded of this exercise that I used to do back then and the results that it was giving me, and it would have been nice if I remembered it before I went down to the airport and played in all those bands. But that's cool. So here's a demonstration of something that you can try out that makes lead playing a lot easier just by giving you a really strong front of the note. Before I show you the exercise, one other thing, I've been talking about the album a lot, In a Jazz Orbit, just because I've been listening to it recently. But if you go and listen to that album, this is what Al's doing on like most of the stuff. He's just really, really tonguing the shit out of it, basically. And I would say that that is part of the reason that he kind of soars over the band. He has what I would call a broad sound. It's not real thin and laser beamy, but he's still cutting through the band. And if you listen closely to the front of the notes, he's really, really tonguing them hard. So anyways, give that a listen. Here's the exercise. All I'm going to do is a really slow scale, really short, really firm, pretty loud. I'm not blowing super hard, but the more that you do this, the more efficient you're going to get at it, and the less energy it's going to take to get a lot of sound to come out of the end of this thing. So check it out, add it in. I'd say you only have to do this probably like every other day. When I first learned how to do it, I wasn't able to get the notes quite so short, quite so loud, quite so poppy, and I did it every day for about 10 minutes a day, maybe 5 to 10 minutes a day, and it took a couple months to get it going, but once I got it going, now I can kind of rev the thing back up in just a minute or two without ever having to really practice it much at all. However, I am going to start doing it again, maybe every other day, maybe every third day, just to keep that articulation style going, because I do find it is so helpful with the lead playing. So without further ado, here we go! So there you go, that's it. Keep it slow, do it nice and slow, listen to the pitch. If you listen to my example, there's a couple notes in there that are a little funky. I feel like my B in the staff is a little bit high. So nice and slow. Don't worry if you're not getting it. Just try like a scale, set your horn down for a sec, come back to it, and then try it again. It will tire you out. That's why I say just do it every other day. Do it for about 5 or 10 minutes and just let it be what it is, because eventually you'll get it if it's something that's challenging for you right now. You know, there's an embouchure component, there's a tongue component, there's the part with the air. Definitely the support plays a big role in this as well. So take it easy on yourself. Give yourself a minute to you know, figure out the coordination, how it feels to do that, and I think that you will find that it helps with your lead trumpet playing, or maybe even orchestral playing, which I do not really do. So anyways, take it easy. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment below so I know what you guys are into, and I'll try to kind of cater these videos a little bit more toward you rather than me just spouting off nonsense that I'm doing all day. I almost forgot. Also, check out the article, Swing by BTB. Get on the mailing list. You can do that by signing up for any of the free materials or just doing it on the About page. There's an email series there called Making Progress the Easy Way. It seems to be pretty popular. Most people that sign up for something sign up for that, and I don't know why. Maybe because it has the word easy in it. Maybe because it's an email series. I have no idea. Anyway, so check it out, and I will talk to you later.